Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we have a different style video plan. We're gonna be doing a rant style versus kind of why this whole boycotting cancellation thing is an absolute mess. I'm gonna be giving you guys my personal perspective and also why some of the hate reached me, who's a very small content creator, just to show you guys how big of an issue this really is. Now, before we dive into this, I do want to let you guys know we are at 3,000 subscribers, and I honestly cannot thank you guys enough. I mean, over the span of a week, we've gained over 600, 700 subs, which is very huge for a channel my size. So thank you guys so much. Expect so much content to come in the future. Expect playthroughs, full live streams, and so much more when the game releases. But I do want to let you guys know that giveaway is not over yet. You still have some time to enter because unfortunately I am traveling and I can't do the drawing. I want to do the drawing live, so when I'm back next week I will be doing the drawing live. So once again, to enter to receive your own free copy of Hogwarts Legacy on your platform of choice, it is so easy. Just make sure you are subscribed and leave a comment down below. And once again, just a quick disclaimer, there are thousands of entries. All right, there's thousands of entries. Your percentage of winning is very low, so please keep an open mind, and let's begin with the video. I do want to begin with giving a good message here that the game is doing phenomenally and exceptionally well. So thank you to all the haters out there. This game is literally going viral. Top selling charts in Steam for the past 6 weeks, and the game hasn't even released yet. Like, can we keep that in mind? And the game has also been nominated as the most anticipated game of the year. Hogwarts Legacy, Avalanche Studios, WB Games at the Game Awards, which is a huge award. Now, this is insane news because, like I said, all the hate has honestly just brought so much traction to the game, because at the end of the day, you had people that loved the game or that were going to play it regardless, and you had people that didn't know this game even existed or not even familiar with the Harry Potter series. So when you get all this mob that's hating on the game that has no basis for their hate, all it's going to do is just drive the game towards more success. So I definitely see this game being the game of the year, being so much more. So let's dive straight into the video. All right, before we begin, I want to give you guys a quick disclaimer. I'm not going to dive into the actual real issues of what was said, just so I don't get demonetized, and I honestly don't want to really mention it just because it's not really my issue to deal with. But I'm going to kind of give you guys a high level perspective of what is going on. Some of you guys might be confused like me, because when I started making Hogwarts Legacy content and covering the news and updates, etc., I had no idea of the real issues behind the Harry Potter series, what was going on with the cast, etc. So when I received some hate, I was utterly confused. I had no idea what was going on. I looked through my video, I could not find anything that would make me a phobe towards any type of certain group of people, so I was very confused. But anyways, let me break it down. So J.K. Rowling, who's basically like the main author of Harry Potter in general, or the series, has received a lot of hate for comments she's made against a certain members of the community, right, the trans folks. And honestly, my personal perspective on this is, if you're gonna put your opinion out there and it's extremely based or biased on a certain perspective, you should expect certain level of hate coming from a lot of people. And especially with such a huge unpopular opinion, right, I don't want to dive into my personal perspectives on this, but this is going to receive a lot of issues and a lot of pushback. And honestly, I do think J.K. Rowling should have had this in her mind. Had she expected this, and this is the actual turnout she wanted, which is honestly just to get canceled in general and bring a lot of hate to the entire Harry Potter series, the books, the movies, etc. I'm not sure if this is her intention. I can't read her mind, but this is what had happened. So now fast forward, you have Hogwarts Legacy, which is, once again, yes, is based on the Harry Potter series, but J.K. Rowling and honestly Avalanche Studios, WB Games, had put out lots of information and tweets and articles posting that J.K. Rowling has nothing to do with the series of Hogwarts Legacy. She's not a member and she has no clue, she has no say in it, and there's absolutely no benefit to J.K. Rowling, and she's not getting anything out of this game. The only thing is yes, she is the author behind Harry Potter. This game is based on Harry Potter. That's literally the only connection. So because of that, I don't really see why the mob is going all over Twitter, posting all these crazy things, saying that if you buy this game, F you, etc. And it's absolutely utterly confusing to me, because at the end of the day, right, this whole cancel culture thing that emerged, my personal perspective on this is it doesn't really make much sense. Let's say, for example, you said something when you were, let's say, maybe 21, right? Above 18, you're an adult considered in the United States, etc. I'm not sure about other parts of the world. And then let's say fast forward, you're a big selling author or artist, and you're what, like 30, 40 years old. Someone finds that tweet and then they bring it up and like, oh, look, so-and-so said this back in the day. I don't really understand. I mean, so many years pass by, people make mistakes, etc. To hold that against them for years, obviously it's a whole different situation, so I'm not comparing the two, but you guys get my idea. This whole cancel culture thing doesn't really make much sense. Now, this isn't really the issue. The real problem is there's been a mob over Twitter, Discord, YouTube, everywhere, going in people's videos, giving them hate and telling people not to buy this game. Now, this doesn't really make sense because I believe you cannot dictate what people can and can't play. That doesn't really make sense. You're free to play whatever you want, especially if it's an open game that's just put out there for people to play and enjoy. Why would you go after them and try to cancel them and try to give them hate for playing the game? For example, people are saying, I'm not going to play this game. I don't want to support, so-and-so because of so-and-so reasons, etc. Fine, that's you. You're held to your entire opinion and you're free to do whatever you want. On the other perspective, why are you going after other people, telling them what to do, telling them what they can and can't play, and dictating their life? That doesn't really make much sense to me. And let me know you guys' opinion on this. If you guys are actually, part of those mob people, I'm pretty sure most of my viewers are Hogwarts Legacy fans, have no clue what's going on and just want to enjoy the game, so they're utterly confused just like me, right? Now let's move on to the other perspective here, which I think is kind of a big deal. You gotta understand that at the end of the day, these are people's jobs and lives, right? These devs have worked on this game for literally years, and a game at this magnitude, at this level of this much dedication and engineering that goes into the programming of the maps, the characters, the questing and everything, right, takes so much effort. Now let's say, for whatever reason, Hogwarts Legacy fumbles because of this cancel mob, which is not the case, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, of how much and how good the sales are doing so far. Is if it does fumble, these devs are for sure, at high risk of losing their job, because, similar to an actual 9-to-5 job or just jobs in general, because it's also 9-to-5, you guys get the point here, right? Is that when you work on a project and the project is so expensive and it doesn't do well, you get fired. It's just simply put, right? So are we attacking J.K. Rowling here with canceling Hogwarts Legacy? Or are we literally just attacking innocent, devs that are working on this game that have nothing to do with J.K. Rowling, who has nothing to do with the game, right? So it's an endless circle of just blaming other people for no reason, right? Like I mentioned, this whole canceling of Hogwarts Legacy doesn't really make sense. And if anything, it actually brought so much hype to the game. And I know I've seen a lot of people, you guys have probably seen on Twitter too, that have said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Hogwarts Legacy is. People tell me not to buy it for so-and-so, I'm gonna buy it. And people have said, oh, don't buy this game if you buy it. That's reminding people to buy it, like, oh, I didn't pre-order this game. So once again, rest assured, I will be pre-ordering this game, deluxe version for myself, just so I can stream it and make content for you guys early on, beginning in February 7th, as well as providing you guys with a free copy as well. So I do have to buy it twice, unfortunately, and it's pretty expensive. And yeah, that will be the plan moving forward. Like I said, let me know what you guys think of these comments, of these news. And once again, these aren't like extremely hot news. People have been aware of this and it's been happening for a while. And I do expect these to get only worse as we near the release, because the mob is going to get even crazier. I mean, they're going in Steam, they're basically hate rating the game, giving it flags for, I don't even know what flags you can give it for example, saying, oh, inciting the youth to do violence, blah blah blah. So much hatred towards it, and they're trying to get the game to basically flop and not be shown to people so it doesn't get advertised. I mean, it's insane. So my final message to you guys is, if you want this game to succeed, if you want this game to do well, go in there, give it great reviews, spread the word, make content like what I'm doing with these videos to push it out there. And honestly, it's only up to us, who are the real woke people, right, to stop this hate from spreading, because it makes no sense. Like I said, J.K. Rowling has nothing to do with the game. I mean, she's honestly just, an author of a book the game is based on. It doesn't really make sense, right? Like, it's like having a professor at an institution or a school in an education system doing some bad things, and then you cancel every teacher at that school. Like, who you were canceling here? You're not canceling the professor. The professor already left, right? You're canceling just innocent teachers that had nothing to do with the problem. So let me know what you guys think of these comments. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the support, and honestly, making Hogwarts Legacy content is so much fun. Now, these news and updates will all stop when the game actually drops, and it's going to be more content based, more guides, and so much more. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'll see you guys in Hogwarts.